Hello beautiful people, welcome to Kate's Space, welcome to my channel. I'm Kate from Pixie Designs and I have a vintage journaling supplies haul for you today. I just wanted to share some things that I found unexpectedly, to be honest. I was away for the long weekend a wee way back and we flew to Auckland and flew home to go to a music gig. And I struggled through that with my sore knee. I did a bit of shopping with my daughter, which was fun. Then on the way home from the airport, I saw the sign for the Havelock North Vintage Fair, which I had in my calendar, but of course had totally forgotten about. And David just said, oh look, let's just drive straight there and you can have a look and I'll pop to the supermarket. So he dropped me off, and to be honest, I thought it was going to be pretty pricey and really not kind of within my sort of comfortable price range. I probably spend a little bit more now on my journaling supplies than I used to, but I still try not to spend too much. Anyway, the first things I came across were actually a lady was selling quite a lot of doilies and tablecloths and things, and she had this big plastic container and there were no prices on anything, and I kind of said, oh, are any of these priced in here? She goes, no. She said, but a lot of them are just $2. And I thought, oh, actually that's well within my realms of affordability. So I scurried through, and I was kind of conscious of time, and also I'm in a lot of pain with my knee, or I was at that stage, and I didn't want to spend too much time kind of crouching down. So I found these four. This one's got a hole in it, but I don't mind. I really liked it. So they were all $2 each. So I was really happy with that little find. Someone had this wee hanky and they charged me $1 for that, and I was absolutely thrilled with the price of that. And then I found these earrings. So I'm probably going out of order of what I found everything. So I love these little earrings. You can use them as dangles. I often like using them in slow stitching onto something, but if I find them, these old clip-on earrings, I like to purchase them. So yep, I was really pleased with those. And then I found this wee cameo. She was probably a little bit more than what I would normally pay, but I think she'll look really lovely on the front of a journal. A lady was selling a few old books and things, and I found this huge book called Lady's Guide. I just really like the cover. I mean, it's very battered. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's massive, and it's got this beautiful embossed or debossed or whatever you want on the back, and I really love Lady's Guide here. So you can imagine the advice in this book. I mean, it certainly would make for interesting reading. I really loved the end papers. So this book is from 1895 and Lady's Guide in Health and Disease. So it's not something that I would want to keep. I'm quite glad that it's sort of falling apart, so I won't feel bad about turning it into a journal. But it just made me laugh when I saw the spine, because sometimes I think, oh wow, us junk journalers make spines so ridiculously large. Are there really any books that big? But yeah, look at this one, it's huge. There is actually some embossing on there that's just been flattened out over time, but I think I will turn this into a journal. There's not many pages in here that I would want to keep. It's very old-fashioned advice. In the back, which is quite cool, this end paper has been turned into like a sort of a tuck spot, but it's, as you can see, it's torn, and that's where all the illustrations are. They're sort of, again, nothing that I would think to use. But yeah, I was really thrilled with that. I think that'll make a really cool journal, maybe one for my own personal use, I'm not sure. I found these little books, Notes on Freezing, from the Auckland Farmers Freezing Company Limited. This one's 37 to 38, 42 to 43. So yeah, they've got a little bit of this sort of text in the front in blue ink, but then I really like the little lined pages here. I thought they were real cute. And then there's a little cash account here, which I also obviously loved. It's not many. I mean, it's just a tiny little book. Again, it's got a little pocket at the back here too, which is interesting. So yeah, both of those are pretty much the same. One's older than the other. But yeah, I thought they were cute, and again, they were really super cheap. There was a woman there selling these beautiful paper patterns. Again, they were a little bit more than what I would normally pay, so I only got two. I got this one here, which I love, and I got this one, and already it's getting so damaged, and I really need to actually use this ASAP before it falls apart. I would be so gutted. But the pattern itself has never, as far as I can tell, has never been used, so it's all intact, which would be great for wrapping journals or something like that. And I like the fact that it's blue. I think this is blue. It's printed in sort of a bluey colour. So yeah, I was really happy that that was intact, but I'm worried that if I don't turn that, I kind of wanted to make it into a journal cover, so I need to get a move on with that. So the lady who had those had some wallpaper, and I said, oh, I was just looking through the wallpaper, and she goes, oh, I've got some more wallpaper that I didn't bring. And I said, oh, have you? I'd be really interested in some older wallpaper. And she said, oh, come tomorrow and I'll bring you in. I've got a whole lot of papers. I've been having a de-stash, so I've got some book pages and things like that if you want to come in. So I said, yes, I will definitely come in. So I made my way in the next day. Oh, I forgot. One of the things I was most excited about was this hat. And I'll just show you a really funny picture right now as I'm showing you this. Of me wearing the hat, just being silly, but it's got all these old millinery flowers on it. The woman said, oh, it needs mending, so she took some, you know, she gave it to me for a really good price. I didn't have the heart to tell her that I was going to take this whole thing apart. So yeah, I was really excited about that. I will be using these. I mean, they look a little bit damaged, but actually if you steam these, you'll be surprised how nicely they come up. So yeah, funny old hat. And actually it's interesting, it says here Pamela Havelock North, so that's near where, well, that's where the vintage market was. So yeah, I was thrilled with that. So that was that day. The next day, the woman who had promised me the wallpaper hadn't brought it in. She said, oh, can you just wander around and have a look around, and I'll go get it. And I wasn't going to have another look around, but I did, and guess what I found? I found another Girl's Own paper, volume 6. So I think this is not the original cover, because when you look here, it's got this little account bookmaker high street bookbinder, and I wonder if this has been rebound. Again, it's falling to pieces, which pleases me because I don't feel bad about taking it apart. And this is from October 84 to October 85, I think, because I think they go October to October. Yeah, I love these books, and if I ever see one, especially the ones from the 1800s, I actually find the paper in these, although still fragile, is actually better than the ones from the early 1900s. So I was really thrilled to get this, and I got it for what I think is an excellent price. So that was so good that she told me to have a look around. The other thing I did while I was looking around is I found a stall, and I found all these postcards for $1. And actually the ones I didn't choose, which were this one, and this one, and maybe this one, he threw in because he said you may as well take them all. So the ones I did choose were this lovely little girl. It's got writing. Most of them have got writing on the back. This is actually a greeting card. And this one, bit of writing on the back. This is an interesting one. Another one. Yeah, so I was really happy with these. I got these for $1 each, so I was absolutely stoked. Some of them have dates on them. None of them have stamps on them, but they're from like about 19 the early 1900s, so yay, I was really thrilled. And then the woman came with her papers. I think that's everything. I tried to keep everything out so that I could show you. I'll just show you the wallpapers. So I got this one, which is another, is it anaglypta paper? So I got quite a big roll of that one, and she said, oh look, it's a bit, you know, stained or faded on the edges, and you can cut that off. And I said, well, we don't mind a bit of that. So yeah, I got that one, big roll of that. I got a roll of this one here, which I thought was pretty. These aren't really old. I mean, they've still got a vinyl finish to them, I think, on the front, and the back is probably pasted. But I thought that was a pretty pattern. So I grabbed that one. And I grabbed this one. Again, this is not really old, and it's got that kind of shine to it, but I still think it's really pretty, so I got that one as well. That's a full roll. And then the others I was sort of umming and ahhing about. There was one that was in its plastic, and she said, I'll open it up if you want to have a look at it, and that was this one. I wasn't sure about it, but I decided I really liked it. I thought it was really pretty. It's got a lovely sort of feel to it. It's got a texture to it, and it's not as yellow. It's kind of a nice white, so I thought that was really pretty. So I grabbed that one, and then she threw in these ones, which were I think from her grandparents' house. So these are very sort of 70s looking, really bright. So there's that piece, and then this blue piece, which is basically the same pattern but in a different colour way, but super bright and vivid, and you can just feel the texture of them. They're really cool. So yeah, that was awesome. And she asked, I told her what I was going to do, and she was really interested, so she took down my Instagram handle and looked me up, and she said if she comes across anything else, or when she's cleaning out, she would let me know if she came across anything that she thought I would like. Oh, and then the other thing, I saw this on the Saturday, and it was some fabric that I think was Sanderson, and it was couch covers and cushions, and she wanted $50 for all of it, and it was lots, but it was really pretty. But I decided against it, and then I talked to David, and he says, why don't you just go and offer her less money for the lot? So the Sunday when I was there with, you know, talking to the woman about the wallpaper, I went over and had a look. And the guy who sold me the postcards came over and goes, oh, there's a whole 3-seater and 2-seater on cushions. I said, yeah, it's beautiful, but I don't want all of it. And he said, oh, same here. He said, I only want some of it. And I said, well, do you want to go halves, or do you want to do a deal or something? So yeah, so we basically sort of sorted out which pieces he wanted and which pieces I wanted. So I got 2 of these cushion covers and the 3-seater, and it's made in England, and I think it's Sanderson, although I can't find anything that says Sanderson on it. And actually, to be honest, even if it's not, it's just really beautiful, sort of a linen feel, cotton fabric with this gorgeous motif on it. And David has promised me that we're going to sit together tonight and unpick the whole lot, so it's in some manageable pieces, and I'm going to make some journal covers out of that. So I am so glad that I went and had a look, because really I just thought, oh, that's just going to be really pricey, but actually I could have spent a lot more time and probably a lot more money, so it will be something I will be looking out for next year to go to, and hopefully my sister will be well enough and she'll be able to come with me, because she's so much better at rummaging through things than I am. I just lose my patience way too early. So anyway, I just wanted to share those things with you, and I will let you know how it goes taking all these things apart. But I am so thrilled with the millinery flowers, because they're just so hard to come by, and hopefully they will be able to be used in journals and things in the future. All right, I hope you're all well and keeping safe, and I will see you again soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.